You're coaching clients to reach their goals. But what about your own business goals? If your calendar's full, but your pipeline's completely dry, email marketing can help you stop relying on social media hustle to find your next client. So in this video, you'll learn how to turn your email list into a steady, predictable source of leads without burning out. Now, you've probably posted about your latest program or shared a client win on Instagram, right? But what happens when the algorithm tanks your reach? It can happen. And as a coach, your most powerful asset isn't just your content, it's your audience. But if that audience lives entirely on social media, you don't really own it. Algorithms shift, platforms change, and that control that you had, well, it's never been in your hands anyway. That's where email marketing comes in. It gives you a direct personal line to your people. No gatekeepers, no guessing. Your message lands in their inbox, not buried in some social media feed. And here's the best part, email marketing consistently outperforms social media when it comes to engagement, clicks, and more importantly, sales, especially for high trust offers like coaching services, courses, and workshops. So if you want to build a coaching business that's truly future-proof, one where you can, launch a program, fill a group, or book clients on demand, email isn't really optional. In my opinion, it's essential. But don't worry, you don't have to be, a tech expert or sound salesy to make this stuff work. You just need a few simple tools to start, and that's what we're diving into here next. So first up, you need an email marketing platform. Now, I've been in this digital marketing industry for over a decade, and I've tried everything. I've tried MailChimp, ConvertKit, Beehive, ActiveCampaign, you name it. But the one that I keep coming back to is called Brevo. It's clean, intuitive, and gives you everything that you need to build and manage your list without being overwhelmed. So whether you're, just starting out or you're a seasoned coach, Brevo makes the tech side of everything feel easy. Now, if you want to try it out, I do have some good news. You could do so absolutely for free by clicking right up here and signing up, or checking for the link down below in the description. And to help you out, I have also created a full review/tutorial that I'll link to in the description as well to make using Brevo as easy as possible. That all said, you'll also need a way to have people sign up for your email list. And that could be, a simple form on your website or a standalone landing page. So, with that, you can drop a link in your bio on your website or wherever people really connect with your brand. The key is to make it easy and give them a reason to join. Don't just say, join my newsletter. Nobody cares. Now, we'll get into better strategies in the next section here, but, offering a free guide, a checklist, or a mini training performs way better than just, join my newsletter. No one cares. Again, nobody cares. Now, once you've got those three things, you've got a platform, a sign-up link, and a strong reason to join, you're really ready to roll. Now, if you want to skip the guesswork of this whole process, I put together a DIY email marketing starter kit for coaches that includes pre-written templates, client onboarding emails, and a checklist to make sure that you're hitting all the right steps. You can grab that in the description or just clicking right up here as well. Now, let's talk about how to grow that email list with actual clients and leads, not just, random people who click to your website. So here's a quick question for you, and be honest, would you give out your email just for someone to give you updates? Probably not. That's why the fastest way to grow your list is by, as I said earlier, offer something valuable in return. You can think of things like a free coaching resource, a workbook, 5-day challenge, webinar invite, or a client success roadmap. This isn't just about the lead magnets, as they call them. It's about the law of reciprocity. When you give something helpful first, people naturally want to give something back to you. And in this case, that's their email and their attention. Now, your offer should live on a simple landing page or be on your website. And then you can share that link in your social bios, on your site, inside your content, and during webinars or live streams. Don't bury it. Promote it like you would your best offer, because it really is. And if you run coaching sessions, workshops, or speak live, talk about your list like it's your VIP space. Something as casual as, if you want my 5-step framework, grab it for free at, with the link in my bio. That can go a long way. You can even print a QR code on your business cards, your presentation slides, or event materials so people can actually join, on the spot in person. The goal isn't to sell, it's to invite. Let people know they're getting something valuable and exclusive. That's what turns curious followers into loyal subscribers and eventually paying clients. Now, next up, once people are on your list, what should you actually send to them? That's where, honestly, most coaches, they drop the ball, but you won't, because we're going to cover that next. So here's the mistake that most coaches make. They only email when they want to sell something. That's like texting someone only when you need a favor. It's a really, really fast way to get ignored. Now, if you want people to open, read, and act on your emails, you need to build a relationship, not just pitch, a product or products. Your emails don't have to be long or fancy either. They just have to be real. So show your personality. Share coaching insights, client wins, personal stories, behind-the-scenes moments, or lessons from your own growth. Make your readers feel like they've got a front row seat to your process. So here are a few different ideas that will work great for coaches. So quick wins. Share a short tip or a mindset shift that your audience can apply today. Mini case studies. Highlight a client result and how they got there. Behind the scenes information. So share how you structure your coaching sessions or prep for launches. Story-based emails. So tell a personal story that ties into your core message. Live event invites. So whether it's a free training, a podcast appearance, or a retreat, doesn't matter. Just invite them along. Exclusive resources. So early access to content, mini courses, or different tools. Client question and answer sessions. So answer a real question from your audience or from your DMs. Reflections. So show your growth journey as a coach, even the messy parts. That's especially important. Polls or surveys. So ask what they want help with. And then obviously use that feedback in your future content. Now, if you want to take it even deeper, try building a short email series that walks through a transformation. So what do I mean by that? Well, here's an example. So a week to clarity sequence, with 3 to 5 daily mindset prompts. That kind of content builds trust fast. And yes, you could pitch your programs when the time is right, but make sure that your emails really feel like conversations, not ads. If somebody opens your email and it feels like a personal note from a coach who really gets them, you're doing things right. Now, up next, how often should you actually send emails? And how do you stay consistently without burning out? Let's cover that here. Okay, so how often should you send emails? Well, short answer, more than you think, but less than you fear. Longer answer is that consistency matters way more than frequency. So if you only show up when you're launching something, people, they forget who you are, and your emails will absolutely flop. A good starting point, aim for 2 emails a month. If you're in a launch mode or doing a challenge, you can ramp that up if needed. But the goal is to create a rhythm that you can maintain. Now, I usually recommend at least 1 email every other week. It's often enough to stay top of mind without overwhelming your audience or yourself, quite frankly. And don't overthink it either. These emails, they don't need to be perfect. You're not writing a novel here. Just a quick insight or a short story or a helpful reminder can really go a long way. So think of an email like, showing up on Instagram. It's just a different format. You want to keep it conversational, helpful, and real, and the connections, they'll follow from there. Now, let's talk about how to make sure that those emails that you're sending and spending all your time on actually get opened and clicked. So here's the truth. If your subject line doesn't grab attention, most people won't even open the email. So your first job is to make people curious. So think of it like, texting a friend. Keep it short, punchy, and a little bit intriguing. So some examples that would work well for coaches would be, this changed how I coach forever, ... Or you've probably felt this too. Client win, and then in parentheses, and how we got it, right? Things like that. Once they open the email, keep it human. Write like you talk. Imagine that you're writing to one dream client, not a list. Also use short paragraphs. Add some white space and toss in a GIF or image when it makes sense. And always end your email with one clear call to action. So whether that's replying, grabbing a freebie, or booking a call. Simple, skimmable, and focused, that's really what makes email work. And next year, we're gonna break down how to know if your emails are actually working. So let's talk about that a little bit. So you don't need to be a data nerd, but it does help to know what numbers to keep an eye on. You could start with an email open rate. That tells you how many people opened your email. If it's low, which is under 20% usually, your subject lines, they probably need a little work, or your list might need to be cleaned up. Next, check your click-through rate. So are people clicking the link to your calendar, your lead magnet, or your sales page? Well, if not, you want to kind of tighten up your message inside your email or make your call to action more obvious. And don't stress about unsubscribes. That's a metric that people freak out about. A few people will be leaving after every email. That's normal. It actually helps your list stay engaged by trimming the folks who aren't a good fit. And over time, watch for patterns. So which emails actually get replies? What subject lines get clicks? What stories that you tell really land best? Now you don't need it to be completely perfect here. You just need to pay attention and keep adjusting. Now at this point, you've got everything that you need to build an email list that actually supports your coaching business, right? Just from this video, you understand why email marketing matters, what tools you need to use, how to grow your list, what to send, and how to improve over time. The hardest part, frankly, is just getting started. So here's a quick challenge I'm going to send to you. So go ahead and click right up here and sign up for Brevo. Then create a landing page using the tutorial linked in the description or just add it to your website. And then offer something simple, a short guide, free training, or a quick video, and start sharing that link everywhere that your audience hangs out. That one little move could unlock your next coaching client, community, or even course sale. And if you want a shortcut, remember, grab the Coach's DIY Email Marketing Starter Kit. It's got templates, tools, and checklists that'll make your life way easier. And you can check that out right here or in the description. Because when you take control of your audience, you're not just selling services, you're building real lasting relationships. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.